All right, fellas, here we are. We're going to take a look at the Sila Concepts lower subframe brace. Now, I'll show you why this is important for your Fiat Abarth 5. You take a look here, you see the stock one, which is this stamped piece of metal, which is okay. Really no problem with that. It doesn't need to be super strong for what it does on the car. But the issue is you have these bolts. Now, keep in mind, this would be upside down, mounted to the car like that. And these bolts go through like this. And if you look, it's the lowest thing. So this is actually the lowest part of the undercarriage. And what happens is when you go over something that's just a little bit too tall, these heads on the bolts catch and end up bending. So it bends that tab on the bottom of the subframe. And also you can see here, that bolt is completely bent. And I actually had to grind, it took this little lip here, bent it over the shoulder of the bolt. So I had to grind this off just to remove this brace off of the car. Now the Sila Concepts one, it is engineered a little bit different, which is pretty slick. If you see, it has these recessed areas and it uses an Allen bolt. So when it mounts in, that sits flush. There's nothing to catch when you're driving, so it just gives you that much more clearance, and even if it does hit, it's not going to catch on that bolt. Instead, it will just slide right over. So it's a pretty nice piece. This is a one flat bar piece of steel that's painted red, which is nice. It'd probably be really nice if it were actually made out of aluminum. I think they can make it strong enough out of gusset aluminum. This is steel, so eventually this will end up rusting. However, so is the other one. So the factory one, also steel piece. So this should be a nice little improvement. Not something you really get to feel so much as far as performance. Maybe offer a little bit of rigidity within the suspension components over the stock unit because it is certainly beefier and a little bit stronger. So we'll go ahead and we'll install this new one here from Sila Concepts. We'll be good to go. All right, fellas, and here's a look at that brace fully installed. You can see here now we got that nice flush, low profile. So that when you're driving, that shouldn't catch. And you don't have those big bolt heads hanging out anymore. That's it, really easy to do. It's just 4 bolts, super easy install. And we are all set.